Hello guys, welcome back to El Merengue Culé. Barcelona just defeated Alaves 1-0. One of the most boring games I've seen in a minute. So this video is going to be a little bit of a twist. We're going to kind of encompass the game a little bit and then talk about where that puts Barcelona in La Liga, what that means, like how the other teams around Barcelona placed, and you know the future games and how important those are for Barcelona and what they can do to make sure they maximize their chances in those important games. Let's get to it. Alright guys, so like I just mentioned, Barcelona managed to scrape 3 points in the last minute basically of something that they truly did not deserve. Those 3 points were gifted by God, and that's that. Nobody on the field had the desire to run, to press, to cut spaces down. Everything was just pass the ball and see where it takes us. There's no idea, no nothing.
No desire.
Nothing,
yeah, I mean, from the first 15 minutes, you even said it like something about this game just feels weird. I mean, even the statistics were off. Like, you looked at Alaves and they had 15 passes completed in the first 20 minutes.
What?
And then, like, I don't know, it was just, everything was off with that game.
Yeah, everything. It was just like a game in which nothing happened. Yeah, there were chance or two throughout the whole game.
Yeah.
But nothing happened apart from the little lob in the 80-something minute where Jordi Alba puts it in to Ferran Torres, who sweats it to Frankie de Jong. He scores, and even then the players don't know if they should celebrate or not because they can't believe their eyes. They can't believe. Was it offside? Most likely it's going to be offside.
Yeah.
They're not used to hearing good news. And
I know.
It's just like the motivation behind this team right now is really low. It's really low. And I think there's a few factors that play into that. First of all, obviously, eliminated from Copa del Rey, lost Supercopa, like pretty much back-to-back, like losing 2 good trophies that would have helped a lot anemically, instead just brought us down a little more.
Right.
And then you also add on top of that Ansu Fati's injury, who like the team was counting on.
Right. And that's exactly what I was gonna kind of like add, because it seemed like the sensations after the Madrid game, even though it ended up with like an elimination, sensations in Barcelona were really high. Of like, we played a phenomenal game, we got Pedri back, we got Fati back. I mean, the whole team was kind of like finally returning. Yes, you lost, but it's fine. It was gonna go up from here, and then the Copa del Rey stuff happened on top of the Fati stuff.
Exactly,
Yeah,
yeah.
continue.
And then, add on to more bad news, the whole situation with Dembele, and like, I mean, nobody really knows. I mean, we know what's happening, but we don't really know what's happening. And I mean, I'm gonna be honest, we could have used him this game. We could have used his energy, but at the same time, like I get the club stance. Like, if he's not gonna,
I see what they're doing and kind of why they're doing it. But I don't know if it sends the best message to
future
signings of like, oh, if you don't renew with us, then guess what? You're going to be sat on the bench. And also, I feel like it just makes it worse for Barcelona, because right now they need anything they can take.
Yeah.
And right now they're in a point where they're going to lose the money because he's going to go for free, and they're going to lose the player because they're not even going to get to use him for the rest of the season. When they need a player like him to try to get into these Champions League positions, you know?
Yeah. It's definitely a tough situation to be in, and okay, we also talked anemically the effect of the Supercopa and the Copa del Rey, but also physically, it was a lot of minutes onto the players, and I mean, you saw it today. They were not running, they were not fighting for every ball, and so that encompasses this game. Just a very. We'll move on. The fortunate victory means that it places us in 5th place. Why? Because Real Sociedad draw points, and how ideal would it have been if Atletico would have lost or tied the game. Unfortunately, they scored 2 goals in the 90th in the 90th minute. My bad, and they managed to get themselves 3 points as well. So dang, that would have been so good for us. But then you look ahead in 2 weeks, because there's an international break, right? We are playing Atletico Madrid.
None other
than Atletico Madrid. Arguably the most important game of the season. Yeah. The 5th place playing against the 4th place. both looking for the Champions League position. It's gonna be a duel to the death.
It sets it up.
And quite frankly, if we play like we did today, we're gonna get our butt smacked. So I think these 2 weeks work perfectly for Barcelona's like advantage. We need a break.
Yeah.
We need a reset. We need to settle down. We could really use those 2 weeks of just coaching, learning from Xavi,
True.
getting some sort of idea. So I think those 2 weeks will serve a big purpose. However, you can make the same argument for Atletico Madrid. They are also in a slump. Had they lost this game, it would have been like the third loss in a row, something like that.
Third loss in a row.
So I mean, you can make the same argument for them. These 2 weeks will make them better. Just like reset the brains and whatnot.
Yeah, 2 weeks for Xavi to prepare a final.
Yeah.
Final against Atletico for that Champions League spot. Which, I mean, even after the game, there'll still be a long season. But it will be like if y'all get the win against Atletico, it could be a big boost for the morale and then just set you on the right path. But if you lose, it could also just set you on a really wrong path.
It's a gamble.
It's a gamble. That's the way it is for Barca right now.
Yeah.
I would say, guys, if you watch the game, leave us your comments down below for what you thought. For me and from my analysis perspective, I'm not going to make this long or anything, but I just saw Barca getting the ball and just lobbing it up way too much. Too many passes backwards. No desire to get the win. But they did find themselves with that lucky victory. So let us know what you thought of the game down below. Barca has 2 weeks off. Madrid plays against Bilbao for Copa del Rey, so we'll have that game. But Madrid will be missing a lot of players. But with that being said,
I'll take the 3 points and Vizca Barca.